talks with one of the big players who wanted to take one of his ideas and adapt it for their system. It was Cami's job to make sure her client, a naive little fish in a big pond, didn't end up ripped to a bloody stump by sharks. "Oh, that's good news. Pete is such a nice guy. I'm glad he has you on his team." Joe gave her the look he did when he wanted to prepare her that something unpleasant was coming. Now for some news that's maybe not so good. "Your mother has called 3 times. She sounded increasingly urgent with each call. She seems to think you're ghosting her. That's exactly the word she used. I wouldn't have thought Rosemary knew what ghosting meant." Cami had learned not to be surprised at anything when it came to her mother. "She said she has called you 4 times and texted you as many," Joe went on. Cami sighed. "My phone ran out of juice, and my car charger isn't working for some reason. And I forgot the battery backup. When it rains." "I know. I was planning to plug it in the minute I got back to the office." "What's so urgent?" "She didn't tell me. The most recent time she called, I apologized that you hadn't reached out yet, but told her you were in the middle of negotiations critical to a multi-million-dollar deal, and promised her I would make sure you phoned her as soon as you could break away." Her mother had been married to an attorney for more than 15 years. She certainly understood that sometimes work had to come first. "Thank you," Cami said now to Joe. "Remind me to give you a raise." He grinned at her. "You just did that last month. But if you want to give me another one, I certainly won't complain. It all goes in the wedding fund." Joe and his partner were planning a gorgeous Maui ceremony at Christmas time, and his lunch hour and breaks were filled with phone calls to their wedding planner. Cami really needed to think about getting in shape if she was going to attend a tropical wedding in December. Inside her office, Cami fished her dead phone out of her laptop case and plugged it into her desk charger. As soon as it had enough juice to come on again, the phone immediately pinged with about a half-dozen messages from her mother. She was about to dial Rosemary's number when the phone rang again and, no surprise, she saw her mother's name on the caller ID. She had only a few seconds to slip off her shoes under her desk and shove in her earbuds so she could take the call hands-free. "Hi, Mom." After a beat, her mother's voice came through with a frantic edge. "Darling, there you are. Oh, I'm so glad. I desperately need to talk to you." Yes, that was fairly obvious by the deluge of phone calls. "I've been in meetings all afternoon. Sorry about that. I'm here now. What's up?" Silence met her question. It only lasted about 5 seconds, but long enough for her to begin worrying. What could be so dire? Her family had been hit with enough bad news lately, hadn't they? Rosemary's sigh was long and heartfelt. "Oh, Camellia. Everything is a mess. I don't know where to start." When Rosemary used her full name, things had to be bad. The thought barely registered before her mother burst into tears and muffled sobs came through the line. "What's going on?" She fought to stay calm. Rosemary launched into a fumbling explanation. Something about leases and rights of way and unused property. Through the sobs, she could only pick up about 1 word in 3. "Slow down, Mom. I can't understand you. Take a breath. Do some circular breathing." She could hear her mother take an audible breath, and then another. "Okay. What's going on?" Cami asked again, when Rosemary seemed to calm. "You know my neighbor, Franklin Rafferty? The one who owns the land on the headlands that we're leasing for Wild Hearts?" She didn't really, considering she had never lived in Cape Sanctuary. After Cami's parents divorced, Rosemary and the twins had moved into a rambling old farmhouse her mother had inherited from a great-aunt in the Northern California seaside town. Cami, 14 at the time, had stayed behind in Los Angeles with her father. "I know you've mentioned him," she said cautiously. "Well, his son called me this morning, angry as a wet hornet."